Get ready for the most sharp-tongued specimen this side of the Reptilia class, presenting James Patrick Dore. There was a time where we thought Jimmy wasn't quite as regressive as his bovine boss and team leader Cenk Uygur. Glad to see we were wrong. Jimmy is a left-wing pundit and a frequent host on the Young Turks. Apparently, some people also think he's a comedian, including himself. It's easy to see why when he delivers gems like these.
And I can tell you people, I am not the sharpest knife in the knife thing.
Geez, what the heck's going on with our audio? Are those crickets? Okay, here are some actual unaltered clips.
Made me want to knock off a 7-Eleven and rape the motherfuckers. That's the thing about those peace prizes. Nobody ever tries to win a second one.
It's those scattered applause breaks that make it all worthwhile. Now, Jimmy's jokes aren't always quote-unquote funny, so he'll often make faces that act as awkward, pleading punchline indicators. This signals the audience to take pity and to politely donate their laughter to him. As long as he stays on the same recycled anti-capitalist, pandering liberal rhetoric, the crowd will be quite charitable.
Corporations, and the corporations, corporate news system, that
global warming and corporate America.
He's all those people on welfare, they're all scammers. I'm like, oh yeah, they've really rigged the system, so now they're the poorest people in the entire state. Oh, those fucking fat cats at the bottom.
oh, those fat cats at the bottom.
Oh, those fat cats at the bottom. Oh.
Of course, not everyone is affected by this type of humor.
So much money. Doug, come on,
just do some more bits. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you.
Doug, sometimes I get
That was awesome. That was great. You just.
Oh, now you're mocking me.
I'm not mocking you. It's just, I can't do that. I'm not good at it.
Well, I just like to give people.
It's smart humor.
Smart humor, sure, and people who aren't high might call it pious, derivative, and tepid. Jimmy makes no secret of being a pot smoker himself in his act and how it helped his comedy.
Certainly I became fucking funnier, helped my career. That's for sure.
Well, at very least, it helped him have a strong case of cottonmouth. It's unclear if this has anything to do with his signature oral fixation, where his tongue wildly darts around his mouth, totally untamed by the fact that he's being recorded on camera. Oftentimes, it's as though it has a mind of its own. Jimmy reached the new kind of oral infamy on the last day of the 2016 Republican National Convention when Alex Jones popped onto the TYT stage, presumably to get a figurative rise out of our heroes, but he wasn't expecting a literal one. While Cenk escalated to hostile posturing, Jim took a wetter approach before scurrying away.
My stage! This is big. Hey, come on. My stage. That guy just spit in my face. Unbelievable. What a cowardly little bitch.
You know, that's kind of reminiscent of a news story he covered about a Trump guy who pepper sprayed a teenager in the face and didn't stick around for the consequences.
Yep,
And he walks away like a pussy.
Slinks away.
Classic coward.
Yeah.
Classic. Doesn't want to take responsibility for assault.
That is the little weasel, the little vulture who slunk forward, sprayed her in the face, and then immediately slunk back behind more people.
I'm going to say like a classic Trump.
Like a classic Trump supporter. They want the violence, but they don't want, no, nothing should happen to me afterward.
You saw him slink up close enough, right? Which he, I'm going to go assault someone.
Yeah.
He couldn't wait. I know that.
Yeah.
Takes one to know one. Many people would get charged or at least fired for such an assault on the job. Not at Regressive. With that kind of spunk, he should have gotten a promotion. Interestingly, this whole situation was prefaced by a kerfuffle Jimmy had with co-host Ben the previous day.
But it's nonsense. No, yours is a selfish point of view.
Short-term thinking that got us where we are right now.
You don't know anything about what's going to happen in 2018.
That is bullshit.
You're thinking we're going to come back
and... What do you fucking know about it?
You don't...
What the fuck do you know about it?
Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that fucking ever.
What did you just say to me?
I didn't say shut the fuck up.
All right, guys, let's go to break. Let's go to break.
What do you fucking know about it?
Yeah, and that's incredibly hostile.
You just said it to me.
No, I wasn't.
Break.
I said you don't know what's going to happen in 2018. You're ready to give...
It's possible Jimmy was just in an alcoholic and/or emotional state that week, or maybe he's that way more often than we think. I'm sure Jimmy will find a way to blame his hostility on Christianity, Western imperialism, or white Republicans. Oh, but wait! How do black Republicans fit into his story? And how does he handle contradictions to his narrative?
Oh, look, it's that sheriff guy. Wow, what would be a good question to ask that guy? Do you know what an Uncle Tom is?
Oh, you see, Jimmy doesn't like when others start coloring outside the lines he's drawn. Using the racially charged epithet of Uncle Tom to imply that a black person is a traitor and can't be a Republican or a police officer due to the color of their skin sure is the mark of a forward-thinking liberal like Jimmy. You know, there's a term for those who limit the opportunities of others based on their race. What do you call that? Dang, you know, it was right on the tip of our tongue.
Racist.
Racist. Racist. Racists. Racism. Racism.
That's it. Thanks, Jimmy. You can always count on Jimmy to point out who the real racists are. Jimmy has the ability to take on many animal forms, including vultures, weasels, frogs, Gila monsters, snakes, llamas, Dilophosauruses, and iguanas.
When that lizard brain gets activated when you're angry at someone, those things come up, right?
But at the end of the day, he's a man who spits up for what he believes in. Whether he's trying his hand at commentary or comedy, you won't find a lick of hypocrisy in him. Insightful as he is hilarious, Jimmy knows he's the biggest joke he could never write.
You know, I'm not going to argue with you.
All right.
I'm not going to argue with you whatsoever. I am pretty funny.
Now that's regressive. Call or lick, I mean click, today.
Jimmy Dore wins. Fatality.